So there's been a lot of talk online about Smash Ultimate and what will happen whenever the new console comes out, the Switch 2 or whatever. For example, Hungrybox did a tweet about, he thinks that there will be a deluxe version with added characters, added maps or stages, and patches coming for the new generation console. And for the most part, people actually think that this will happen. So I think this conversation is pretty interesting because people think that there will be a deluxe version for the new generation console. And I think, well, would you really invest money into making a port of the same game on your new generation console instead of doing a brand new Super Smash Brothers, right? Yeah, it will never be the same like this one in terms of the roster. I don't think we'll ever see another Smash game with that kind of roster, but obviously it could be done better in terms of mechanics or how the game plays and stuff like that. But people really think that there will be a deluxe version of the game, and I'm assuming that they think this because we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Bros. U for Deluxe for the Switch. We have Super Mario 3D World, and then we have, the Tropical Freeze ported to the Switch. So there's been some Wii U games that have been ported to the Switch, and they sell really well and stuff like that. So I'm assuming that this is why people think, because we've had some ports from the Wii U to the Switch, that they could do that for the new generation Switch or the Switch 2. Now, why I think this will probably not happen is because if you look at Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, why did they make a port for from the Wii U to the Switch? Well, basically what happened there is that the Switch is not backwards compatible to the Wii U or the Wii or whatever, That's why they ported the games. The reason they couldn't backwards compatible the games is because they used a different format, from CDs to cartridges. And then they used NVIDIA, they used a whole different software to make the console that it didn't work to bring those games back or to just update them. So what they did is, make a whole new port with added visuals, with added content, with stuff like that. And they just made a deluxe version of it. But why I think this won't happen, because the Switch 2, if it does happen where it has backwards compatible, I don't see the reason to make a port for it when you could just update the game. You know what I mean? What will happen is it would be a big update for kind of like the PS4 to PS5, where they do a new generation update or whatever, to make it a Switch 2 update with visuals and stuff like that. And we might see a patch, but added content and stuff like that, we probably won't. I'm not that sure, maybe, but basically I think that's going to happen. It might be just an update for the new generation console, like added visuals or frame rate or whatever the case. I think that will be like an update instead of making a whole port and call it a deluxe version when you could just make a new, Super Smash Brothers. So basically that's why I think this conversation is pretty interesting, because they forget that these games, the reason they made ports for it is because they couldn't have the same game play on the Switch. So they had to port some games from, whether it's Pikmin 3 and stuff like that, port those games into the Switch to make them playable. So that's why I think that on the Switch 2, if it is backwards compatible, which I think it will be, there will be no need to port games from the Switch to the Switch 2. It will just be like a new generation update or something like that, on certain games, not all the games, just certain games. And Smash will probably be one of those updates. I'm pretty sure instead of investing money on making a port, they could just make another Smash, So what do you guys think? Leave your comments. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.